Well, hello and welcome to this English lesson where we're going to go on a walk around my local town. As we go for a walk, I'm going to teach you 10 different English phrases that have the word walk in them. So come along with me for a tour of the town that I live close to and a little bit of an English lesson along the way. I thought I would start this English lesson at our local park because the first phrase I want to teach you is the phrase, a walk in the park. In English, if you say that something was a walk in the park, it means that it was really, really easy. Maybe you are a baker, you like to bake, and you've just made a new cake, and it only had 4 ingredients, and it was really, really simple. If someone said, was it hard to make that cake? You could respond and say, no, it was a walk in the park. That simply means that it was really, really easy. Well, hey, welcome to this lesson where we're going to walk around my town and learn some English phrases. Before we continue with the lesson, though, if you're new here, please click this red subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if this video helps you learn just a little bit more English. The second phrase I wanted to teach you is the phrase, you have to learn to walk before you can run. This is an English phrase that we use to talk about learning to do anything that's difficult. You could say this about the English language. When you start learning English, you don't have a conversation right away. You have to learn to walk before you can run. So you learn some basic phrases, you learn some vocabulary, you do some of the simpler steps before you do something difficult like having a conversation. So when we say you have to learn to walk before you can run, we simply mean you need to learn the beginner steps, the simple steps of something before you do something a little more difficult. The third phrase I wanted to teach you is to worship the ground someone walks on. In English, when we use this phrase, it means that you really, really admire someone. It means that you look up to them. This can happen sometimes with grandchildren and their grandparents. I know when I was a kid, I really, really liked my grandfather, and you could say that I worshiped the ground he walked on. I admired him so much. I thought he was the coolest person in the world. The fourth phrase I wanted to teach you is the phrase to walk all over someone. When you walk all over someone, it means that you just do whatever you want to do, even if they are telling you not to. Sometimes kids do this with parents. Sometimes parents say you can only have 2 cookies, and then the kids take 4 cookies. Sometimes parents say you can't stay out past 11, and then kids just stay out till 12 or 1 in the morning. We would then say that the kid is walking all over the parent. So when you walk all over someone, it means you just do what you want to do, even if someone is telling you that you shouldn't. The fifth phrase that I wanted to teach you is the phrase to walk the walk. In English, when you say someone walks the walk, it means that they do what they say they are going to do. It means that if they say that they like to volunteer a lot and they give away a lot of money, it's not just talk, it's actually something that they do. When someone walks the walk, it means that when they say something, when they say they are going to do something, it's not just talk, it means they're actually going to do it. The sixth phrase I want to teach you today is the phrase to take a walk on the wild side. When you take a walk on the wild side, it means that you do something that you don't normally do, and usually it's something crazy. I don't go out late at night dancing or anything like that. But if I wanted to take a walk on the wild side, I could say to Jen, let's go out to a discotheque. Are there still discotheques? I'm not sure. Let's go out dancing tonight and let's stay up till 2 in the morning. Let's take a walk on the wild side. So it simply means to do something that you normally don't do and usually something a little bit crazy. The seventh phrase I wanted to teach you today is the phrase to walk on eggshells. I think we all know someone who gets angry easily or gets upset really easily. And when you're around that person, you usually walk on eggshells. That means that you don't say anything or do anything that will cause that person to get angry or upset. I'm not going to mention any names, but there's 1 or 2 people in my life that I know where when I'm around them, I usually am walking on eggshells. I don't say anything or do anything that will annoy them or upset them. I definitely walk on eggshells. The eighth phrase I wanted to teach you today is the phrase to walk a mile in someone's shoes. When you say that you are going to walk a mile in someone's shoes, it means you're going to try and understand them. you're going to try and understand their life. You're going to maybe do things that they do so you can understand why they act the way they do, why they believe the things they do. This is often something that's really helpful when people are trying to understand each other. If you can try and walk a mile in someone's shoes, if you can try to understand their life, I think you will just get along a lot better with them. It's good to walk a mile in someone else's shoes. The 9th phrase I wanted to teach you is the phrase to walk uphill to school both ways. This is a phrase that older people use when they're talking to younger people to kind of highlight the fact that life was a lot more difficult when they were a kid. So they'll say, when I was young, I had to walk to school uphill both ways. Now, that's not technically possible, so it's kind of a funny phrase. In Canada, we even add to this phrase. We say, when I was a kid, I had to walk to school uphill in the snow both ways. The 10th phrase I wanted to teach you today is the phrase to walk off the job. Now, this phrase kind of has two meanings. When you walk off the job, it can mean that you quit your job. It can mean that you decided you had enough and you just walked out the door. You went to your boss's office and said, I quit. It can also refer to a time when unionized workers who are in a union, go on strike. You could say the workers at the car factory walked off the job today. That doesn't mean they quit the job. It simply means they're probably outside holding up signs saying that they're on strike. So to walk off the job can mean to quit your job, or if you're in a union, it might mean that you're on strike. Well, thank you for taking the time to watch this little English lesson, and thank you for coming on a little walk around my town. I hope this lesson was helpful. Remember, if you're new here, don't forget to click that red subscribe button over there and give me a thumbs up if this video helped you learn just a little bit more English. And if you have the time, why don't you stick around and watch another English lesson.